Hello, November friends. It's almost Christmas already, if you can believe it, and so many video games release around holiday season. We just had October, which had a ton of releases, and November does not slow down. There are so many great games coming out for Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, even PC, and I'm going to tell you all about the good ones. Every single game coming out in November, well, the ones that are notable. There's like thousands of games that release these days. It's actually insane. All right, that said, subscribe, I guess. Let's react. So on November 1st, we have Albatross. Now, if you haven't heard of that, me either. Next, we have Life is Finite. There are so many great games. It's not Pokemon. We don't gotta play them all. You know what I mean? Farmageddon. Farmageddon? I can't read. Is anyone taking this video seriously at this point? Let me reel it in. Farmagia? So technically this one has actually already released. As you're watching this, it came out on the 1st, which was yesterday, which is today. I'm in the past. This is, it's a concept I've seen done a lot. Recently on my main channel, we took a look at a game called Monster Harvest, which was this idea of farming sim meets Pokemon where you kind of grow your own creatures. And this is another game that kind of takes that concept and plays around with it. So as I said, it's already released. If you like games like Pokemon, the art style is obviously very similar. This 3D cartoony anime type. The guy has Dragon Ball Yu-Gi-Oh hair. And it looks like they have incorporated a original and unique battle mechanic. It almost becomes kind of, God, I can't talk today. I can't even think straight. You know, like the Dynasty Warriors games. Sorry, I couldn't get my head around it. It almost meshes in Dynasty Warriors in the combat and action elements once you harvest your monsters. I don't think it's the most polished looking game, but it's definitely unique and interesting, and I'm sure a lot of you will have some fun with it. Next, going down the list, we have Last Spartan, Crossed Wires, and Nazar. None of these really caught my eye, but the next one that did was Slug Tactics. We've been hearing about this game for a while. It releases November 5th. It's coming to PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox, and the Xbox One. It's a tactical RPG. Think XCOM, think Advanced Wars on Nintendo, but with Metal Slug and that IP, and it has the trademark gorgeous pixel art animation. Looks just like a Metal Slug game, but in the tactical RPG setting. I am not too interested. I like tactics games a lot, and I get sucked into them pretty easily, but there's so many now, and I don't know if I need a Metal Slug style one. I never even played Advanced Wars when it came to Switch. I just didn't have the time. I bought it. I want to play it. I'll probably start with that one before playing Metal Slug, but if you're a big fan of the genre, you got a new one coming on the 5th. Working down the list some more, Planet Coaster 2, which I think is like, God, should I make this video another day? Why is my brain... Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's similar to that. Run for Mummies, Death of the Reprobate, Living Room, which is a VR Quest game, Magical Bakery. Again, no interest in any of that from me. Check them out if you want. The next big one, I think, is Mario and Luigi Borthership. Arguably the biggest game of the month, though there are some big ones. This is a sequel to Nintendo's Mario and Luigi RPG games that were primarily on DS and 3DS. We are getting so many games from Nintendo this year. It's insane considering it's hopefully, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, the last year of the Switch, and we're still getting incredible games like this. Also, this is a Mario game built in Unreal Engine, which means probably nothing to a lot of people, but I find it interesting. Visually, I think it looks very charming, very adorable. I have only played one of these games. I played Bowser's Inside Story or something. It was actually a game that Nintendo sent me when I was still an ambassador for them back in the day, and I really enjoyed it. But that's the only one I've played, and I'm excited to play one that isn't a a remake or a remaster or a reissue of an older one, which is what they were doing for a long time with this series. This is a brand new Mario and Luigi RPG called Brothership. Going down this list, not very much further, we have Metro Awakening VR on the same day. Now, I know how a lot of people feel about VR. If you know me, you know that I'm actually kind of a big fan of VR. I really do like me some VR. I'm one of the few people that seem to be sold on the concept. And I know VR has a long way to go, and there's very few great experiences to play in virtual reality, which is why I'm excited for Metro Awakening, which looks to be one of those experiences that are actually worth picking up and playing VR for. My biggest issue with VR is it's fun. It can be really gimmicky at times, but it can be really fun. But a lot of VR games just feel like tech demos. Just here you are in this room with this fun mechanic that we've created, play around with it, and then that's it. That's the game. There are very few games like Half-Life Alyx that actually put you into a world in VR, take you on a story-driven type adventure where you play through an action campaign from start to finish. That's what Half-Life Alyx was. You start that adventure, and then you go through like a road trip action kind of movie where you play every step of the adventure right till the credits roll. And that's what Metro Awakening looks like to me. It's another game that's actually a game. It's actually a game. It looks terrifying, and I definitely want to check this one out. I look forward to it. All right, Medlock also releases on the 7th. Another one that caught my eye. Might not be like a 10 out of 10 game, but interesting. Sengoku Dynasty releases on PC on November 7th. Now, I do remember seeing a clip of this in a recent State of Play, but I had forgotten about it. So it looks like a more high quality, I don't want to say that. It looks like Ark. It looks like Ark, but more story focused. Obviously, this feudal Japan setting. I think visually it does look a lot better, and you have like NPCs and what looks like to be an actual story. It looks like a full game, but in the setting of an Ark type game where you craft and you build. And visually, I think it does look quite nice. I'm not totally sold on this one. You got solo and co-op. If you liked Power World, again, this is going to be very Power Worldy, just without the Pokemon, without the powers. I'm definitely interested. Taiko no Tatsujin. We got one of them drum rhythm games coming out that same day as well. So November 7th is packed, actually. Quite a lot coming out that day. And then the very next day, we have Slitterhead. This says November 5th, actually. That says November 5th there, and then here it says November 8th. I remember this game from that State of Play. This was the game that had that really awesome looking hack and slash style gameplay where you use your blood to forge abilities and weapons. Yeah, this game actually looks pretty sick in its combat. I remember this clip really sold me, where this creature sliced off his hand, and then slow motion he brings it back with a... Yeah, I mean, that's just sick. I'm not sure how that even works for gameplay, but that just looks sick. I'm actually very interested in this one. I forgot that's what this game was. I thought this was another horror game that was coming out, but it's definitely more action-y. Yeah, very interested in that one. I'm going to get that one, I'm pretty sure. I feel it. I feel that I'm going to get that one. Everhome on November 11th, then a new farming sim game, Tetris Forever, a game called Is This Game Trying to Kill Me?, another VR game called Dig. Then on November 14th, we have Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. I am looking forward to this one. It is, I can tell you now, not going to be a day one pickup for me, purely because I'm still trying to play through Metaphor. We just talked about all those other games that are coming out. I highly doubt I would have finished Mario and Luigi Borthership by the time this game comes out. And it's not higher on my list than some of those other games, but eventually, when I get around to it, I do look forward to playing this. I have fallen in love with Dragon Quest XI when it came to Switch. I'm looking forward to going back and seeing where these series started because I never played the original games. If you didn't know, the third game, which is what this is a remake of, is actually canonly the first game in the storyline. So it takes place before the first game, which is why they're redoing this one first. And it's in that beautiful HD 2D art style that Octopath Traveler kind of iconized? Is that a word? That made popular and is very pretty. So eventually, I do look forward to playing this one. And if you're looking forward to playing it, let us know down below. And then Lego Horizon Adventures. I'm probably way more likely to pick this up on that day rather than Dragon Quest, purely because this is something that you can play around with and not get too committed to. I don't even feel pressured to finish it, if I'm being honest. I just kind of want to see what it's like. It's a Lego game. It's cute. There'll probably be a co-op mode. Yeah, there's definitely a co-op mode, so I can play this with Kim too. And it can be one of those games that we play for an hour or so at night. I'm not really like super interested in diving into Horizon's world in Lego. To be completely honest, I do like the two Horizon games, but the worlds themselves have never really interested me all that much. The lore hasn't really gripped me. It was more about the gameplay, and obviously that's stripped out here, and you've gone for a Lego aesthetic, which I love Lego gameplay, but I'm just saying I'm not really interested in diving into this world in a Lego format. Not really interested in building a Horizon or playing a Horizon-themed Lego, but I'll probably check it out and play with Kim. Moving on down, we have Follow the Meaning, Blood Dome, Great God Grove. All the three of those are on the 15th. Minecraft Flight Simulator on the 19th, and then Genshin Impact is never gonna come to Switch. I love that it's even listed here on this website, GameSpot, as it's on Nintendo Switch. It's not. They said it would be. It still ain't. Still does my head in. Literally no reason for it not to be on Switch. You know, people have said it's because the Switch can't handle it. It's on mobile. That's just wrong. There has to be some other reason. I don't know what it is. There has to be some reason for it. Some disagreement with Nintendo or with the eShop practices. I don't know what it could possibly be, but there has to be a reason this never came to Switch, because I say this all the time, but this game was directly inspired by Breath of the Wild. The creator said that. It's very clearly, at least originally, very Breath of the Wild coded. I know it's taken on its own life form now, which is great, but you would think that the creators of that would love to have it on Switch and know there's an audience of Nintendo gamers that would sink money into their microtransactions. So I can't imagine them not wanting it to be on the console. There has to be a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But if you'd like to hear me rant about that or kind of call that into question on this channel, let me know down below, and I'd love to talk about it. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl? Yeah, no, I don't know too much about it. This says managing bullets, wounds, and navigating exclusion zones. Okay, what kind of game is Stalker 2? Is an upcoming first-person shooter survival horror video game developed and published by Ukrainian. Okay, well, we love that. There is no co-op multiplayer. Okay, it's just a single-player scary game. Cool. I'm not interested. I gotta be honest. Then On Your Tail and Spirit Mancer are the last two. So On Your Tail is coming to Nintendo Switch and PC. This is the one with the, I gotta say it, the furries with the big butts. That's just how I remember this game every single time. And this is how the trailer starts 5 seconds in. This is the first creature you see in the whole trailer. And this is how they chose to show it to you. They know what they're doing. That's all I'm saying. They know exactly what they're doing. They're showing you the side profile, that she's thick. She's got a big butt. We love our furries on this channel and in the world. And if you're one, this is absolutely the game for you. I feel like this is designed, created, and made with you guys in mind, and I'm happy for you. The game might be fun. I honestly have a hard time paying attention to it because all I see is something else. Probably saying more about me than I think anybody else. Then we have Spirit Mancer coming on November 22nd. I wanted to put this in here because I thought this gameplay trailer looked pretty sick. A sprite-ish, beat-em-up-ish style game. A lot of color and personality. I thought it looked pretty cool. And it's also coming to Switch and PlayStation 5 and PC, which we love. I'm actually shocked that these releases stop a week before the month ends, and then they start again in December 3rd, which we'll talk about that at the start of next month. But yeah, that's everything coming out that I think is interesting. I would say the biggest releases, probably Mario and Luigi for VR. I would say Metro Awakening, but I doubt anyone's going to talk about that. Slitterhead maybe might make a bit of a noise online when it drops if it's fun and people like it. Dragon Quest, Lego Horizon. Yeah, I'd say those are probably the big ones, but let me know what you guys think. Which ones you're most excited for? And if there's anything that's not on this list that's coming out that you're looking forward to picking up. All right, guys, like, comment, flip on that subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. But yeah. My brain, like, wasn't working this time, huh? I just felt like I couldn't even talk. All right, bye.